What is up, my newcomers? It's your boy T Macaroni, and unfortunately, I gotta talk about this deck. Okay, so as much as I don't want to talk about it, Enel is probably gonna be one of the top contenders for your competitive environment for the OP07 metagame, and there's a reason why, because the deck is just overall really solid. It got quite a few tools in this new set here. So let's go over it and get into it. But if you guys like what I'm doing over here, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and go share to a friend. It means a lot. Trying to get to 100 subscribers would mean a lot. So without all of that out of the way, let's get into it. So Enel is a 4-cost life yellow leader. With the effect, opponents turn once per turn when your life hits 0. You may add the top card of your deck to your life, and then discard 1 card from hand. And he is a 5k body. So if if you've ever played against Enel, you know it is very hard to kill him. So we got to be running a deck that makes it even harder to do so. All right, so the first one we're going to start off is with the EB01 yellow powerhouse in a Charlotte Flam play. It is a 2k counter, and then on play you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand to draw 1 card. So this is how yellow gets its card advantage. Just being able to take your own life to draw a card is pretty solid. And NL, because you want to be at 1 life as quickly and efficiently as possible, Charlotte Flam play does a double duty. Anyway, sorry for the right click there. The next card we're going to take a look at is the OP06 nuisance, as I like to call it, in Onami. On play, you can give one of your leaders or character a banish. And if you guys don't know what banish does, it is when the character or leader deals damage, instead of going to your hand as a trigger, it is trashed with no trigger. So it can be pretty deadly and denying card advantage, and you are playing a 4 of this. And then on top of that all, it has the trigger KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or lower. So just overall really solid, giving Enel the access to banish, and not only having a Thunderbolt in life, it's just powerful. And it wouldn't be a yellow deck without talking about this card, the 3-cost 3k with 2k counter, Capone Beji. Trigger up to one of your opponent's leaders and or characters cannot attack during this turn. I don't know what to say about this card, man. This card has made people rage quit since its inception. That trigger effect, especially on the life when you're looking to press for game with 1 character left, is just tilting. But it is a mandatory 4 of just because of that. A new addition from OP07 comes the Frankie. It is Egghead Straw Hat Pirates for cost 5k, who is also a 2k counter, and then its trigger is draw 1 card, and then if you have one or less life, play this card. So not only do you get to get a body by just doing Enel shenanigans because you want to be at 1 or less life, you also get to draw a card as well, and you could potentially discard that card for Enel's effect. Pretty solid card, very good addition. Satori, I don't know what to say. Another 2k counter, 5-cost 5k, and then trigger, you can trash 1 card from your hand to play this card. It's a staple in all, so you play it straightforward. Another staple in L is Gidatsu. You're only playing 3 now. You can play the 4th, but I personally like 3. And then it's on play KO of one of your opponent's character with cost equal to or less than their life. So usually you can get a 5-cost if you're playing against a 5-life leader, or you're getting a 4-cost, and worst case you're getting a 3-cost. After that, you pretty much are losing value on what you KO, but pretty solid body at a 6k nevertheless. A card that we got from the starter deck 13 in Portgas the Ace, 5-cost 7k, and then if on play you have 2 or less life, this character gains rush. So usually this is a 5-cost 7k with rush. Not much to say about that. Really solid stats for a good body. Another card that we are running is the Charlotte Peros Pero, for the 6-cost 8k with a 1k counter. from OP04. Reason why we're running this is because red purple law is very prevalent in the format, and red purple law at least has to commit 2 cards to try to get rid of this. So that's why we are running this card. It's a very efficient body, especially against the mirror match, being just a 8k body. They actually have to commit 2 cards to try to stop this from swinging, and just against other decks as well, it is a pretty solid attacker. Wouldn't be Enel deck if we didn't see the 4 of ACOS Charlotte Katakuri Secret from OP03. If you guys don't know what this does, you must be living under a rock, because on play you get to put 1 character with a cost of 8 or less to the top or bottom of the owner's life face up. Worst case scenario, you can put itself to heal 1, but usually you are either putting back like an Onami for yourself so you can get another trigger, or you're putting back one of your opponent's characters with no combo value to the bottom of their life, just so you can stop their shenanigans. And it would not be an Enel deck if we weren't playing probably the best card in the deck in Yamato. So you get to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the total amount of life both you and your opponent have. And then if you have 1 or less life, you can add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to your life. So usually this is how you stabilize in the late game. It's a 9 cost 9k. And you just basically get to heal, so you're always turning on your Enel ability, just in case you get to less than 1 life. And then it's a 9k body for the follow-up turn as well. A new addition from OP07 in a secret is the 10 cost 10k ace, which on play you can add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life, and then if you have 2 or less life, this character gains rush. So it is a 10 cost 10k body with rush, and you also get to heal 1. So we know how Yamato was broken by being able to KO something and heal. Now this is as busted because now you get a 10k with rush, especially for the late game. So you definitely don't want to be going to late game now with an L, because you're gonna have to be dealing with a 10 cost 10k, which is pretty scary. Mandatory for sure. And we are still playing the 0 cost. You're the one who should disappear. Just being able to pitch a card to get plus 3k helps you stabilize in the late game. And a card that I still personally like to run, a little bit of a tech card as well, is Thunderbolt. You may trash the top card of your life area to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Just being able to use this in the early game to get rid of pesky uses Captain Kids and stuff like that against Red Purple Law, or if you want to get rid of pesky 5 cost Luffy's, or after Sabo effect, you can get rid of the Sabos and stuff like that in Black Yellow Luffy. You can use this card to get rid of those and KO one of your opponent's characters 5 costs or less. Same thing as a trigger. Just overall good. It's basically like you're playing 6 copies of Onami trigger, which is pretty solid. And for when both of those don't work, we have Raigo. KO one of your opponent's characters and then trash the top of your life cards until it becomes 1. So as I know, we don't really care if we become 1 because our leader effect is still online at that point. So you basically get to KO one of your opponent's characters for 6. I don't know what to tell you. That is just overall really solid. Just being able to get rid of tall bodies that you would usually be problematic, you can just get rid of them off the board. And then in trigger, you're basically getting the Yamato effect where you can KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than you and your opponent's life total cards. Just really solid card, honestly. And I got this in OP01, and I don't know what to tell you. Great card. And that is it, guys. That is it for Enel. That is the bread and butter deck list. Some tech cards you can run is, instead of playing the Thunderbolt, you can play the 2 million volt Samaru, just being able to get an additional power boost and being able to rest a 4 cost or less. You can run an additional Portgasty Ace. You can run the 7 cost Mom that basically you can trash a card or gain a life. And plenty of tech cards that you can run as well. If you want to swap over to the Sky Island package, you can definitely do that as well. Or if you want to run the 4 cost I Am God with the Rush Enel, you can also do that as well. So very versatile deck. It is a deck that is very trigger reliant and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people don't like to play against it, but it is still pretty a skill intensive deck, and it is very good going into this metagame, and it's not too expensive outside of a few cards as well. So pretty solid deck. But that is it, guys, for this deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. What cards should I take out? What should I put in? I want to hear your thoughts. But without further ado, my name is T-Mac. This has been the Enel profile. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you take it easy. Stay safe. Peace. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.